Thank you for watching CNXG. My name is David. This is my Q&A video where I'm answering all your guys' questions from the last Q&A video. And any questions you guys have today, go down below, please, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video. First, I want to welcome all the new subscribers. Hello, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to this channel. It's growing very fast, so I want to welcome all the new subscribers I keep getting every day. That's great. The more this channel grows, the more this information gets out to people who needs it. So that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Bobby, I want to thank you for your donation. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you so much. It really, really helps. Thank you, Bobby. And guess what, everyone? This is the first time everyone put a location that asked a question. Awesome. Every single person. That is so, so cool. I just do it just so you guys can see how far it reaches, and so that we kind of maybe feel a little connected together. I just think it's really neat. So thank you, everyone, for paying attention and being on board for that. That's awesome. Wonderful stuff. So let's get started. First question's from Anna in Virginia. Hello, Anna. What can I do to stop having reactions like stressed and anxiety when I'm somewhere I could bump into my ex? Well, there's several different things, Anna. And first is, you know, I drill this into you guys all the time. Talk, talk, talk. Anything that you guys are afraid of, you don't push aside, try to ignore, okay? It's your brain thinking you're afraid of something, saying, watch out, watch out, watch out. So you take it, you hold it in front of you, okay? You do whatever you have to do. Look at it. Say, does this serve me? How does this serve me? If it doesn't serve you, I don't need to be thinking about this. Throw it away. If it's something you can change or have control over, okay. If it's not, there's nothing you can do about it. This is stuff you can control, Anna. We tend to build up phobias of things, the things that we believe we can't handle. And most likely, think about it, you can handle it if you run into them, I'm sure. It's just going to be really stressful, and, you know, but we build it up more than it is usually. So talk about this. Talk about him. Talk about your relationship so it's not so scary, so he's not so big, so you shrink him down to the little child that he really is, okay? And what I do, I tell people to rehearse what you want to do. So anytime you're afraid of something that's going to happen, an altercation or a conversation you have to have with somebody, always ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want from that? Okay, so it's really important. A lot of times we don't pay attention to what we want. We don't think about what we want. We kind of go into something blindly thinking we have to fight or argue or defend ourselves. What do you want? You want nothing. So what are you going to do? Nothing. That's it. Tell yourself that. I'm not going to do anything. I don't have to act. I don't have to overreact. I don't have to say anything. It's just walk away. Walk away. Walk away. This isn't lowering yourself. This isn't being scared or running away. These are disordered people. You cannot deal with them, okay? There is no sitting, how do you fight and argue with them? How do you do this stuff? You just walk away, Anna, okay? So you tell yourself, what if he shows up at my door? This is what I'm going to do. What if he shows up at my work? This is what I'm going to do. What if I run into him at the store? Just start making up these scenarios and ask yourself, what do you want to become of it, you know, come out of it? Nothing, so you don't need to do anything. There's no real reason to be scared. We just tend to build this up and make it a phobia. Okay, so tell yourself there's nothing to be scared of. Okay, anything you're scared of, look at it, hold it, and just keep telling yourself, I don't need to be scared of this, put it away. Eventually your brain stops doing that, okay? The more we push it aside, the more we run away from it, the more we hide it, suppress it, the more we build up that phobia and think it's way bigger than it is, okay? I hope that helps. Good luck, Anna. You have nothing to worry about. Jennifer from Boston. Hello, Jennifer. Why were both my exes never jealous? They both said, do whatever you want, I don't care. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't know your exes, and maybe if I knew them, I wouldn't even know still. But these are people who don't really love, Jennifer. You know, they just don't care. They're just all about themselves. As far as disordered people not caring about what you do, I bet some of that's not true. I bet a lot of that is a front You could call him out by, he had to have been jealous sometimes, or just the thought of you, or if you were ever with another man, or if you ever acted weird, he just may not wanted to have shown that he's jealous. But really, it's about them. So they don't care. They don't love. They don't have empathy. They don't have remorse. They just don't care about other people. Only what they can get from them. Only what he can get from you. But lots of disordered people can be extremely jealous, but maybe he wasn't. Maybe he just wasn't because he just doesn't care. Maybe they just did not love you, Jennifer. I don't know. I really wouldn't know. But I also would have to say, I bet you some of that isn't accurate. I bet they just, more of it was just an act than how they really felt. Just my guess. Eve from Spain, hello. Are you targeted for specific reasons? Would they be bothered by some specific qualities like positivity if another source of supply were involved as a replacement in the beginning? That's a tough question. I don't even know if I understand it well enough. Are you targeted for specific reasons? I believe so. Everyone out there, these disordered people don't necessarily get to pick and choose who they're with. So, these people are messed up. They have problems in their life. Their life is harder for them than others. They want people that will accept them initially in the beginning. I mean, to be compatible, to live with someone, to love someone, to, not love, but to date someone, to be with somebody, you have to have some kind of compatibility. And I think most of them are just want you to be with them. Like, are you willing to be with me? Because a lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't going to date these people. So they don't have a wide range of selection and choices. It's like, who's going to be with me? Who's sick enough to put up with my crap and then believe that it's all your fault? That's kind of what it comes down to. Are you targeted for specific reasons? Sure. I mean, there's qualities that they like in good people that they don't possess. So we admire good qualities in people because we say, yeah, I'm like that, you're like that, we're going to be great together. No, they're like, I'm a piece of dirt and you're a great person, so if I'm with you, I will be a great person. These are the same reasons that they end up hating you for. These are the things they knock you down and say you aren't good at and you suck at. I hope that helps. I don't know if it did. And like always, everyone, please just ask me again. Okay? Ask me again and give me some more specifics. Okay? Rephrase it a different way and I'll try and answer it for you. Okay? Thank you. Bjorn from Lapland, Florida. Hello. What does unstable self-image mean in borderline personality disorder? Well, these people, borderlines, don't have a really good sense of self. No real, who am I? And for different reasons, lots of childhood abuse, no real autonomy from their parents, real dependent people. You've got low self-esteem. You've got all these things that they have been, that they feel, and that you usually feel with that much abuse and trauma in your childhood. They do things like dissociate a ton. Some borderlines can dissociate almost 100% of the day. I mean, you cannot have a sense of self, a sense of who you are. Your self is fragmented. It's in pieces. Okay? It's not stable. You ask a stable person who they are, they're able to tell you. If you ask a borderline who's very unstable who they are, they can't tell you. They'll tell you problems they have. They'll tell you things they feel, things people have done wrong to them, their tragedies, their trauma. That's what they're going to tell you who they are. Okay? No sense of self. Really. I mean, it just so is fragmented into small pieces that they don't put it together and say, this is who I am. They just can't do it. Hope that helps. Roxy from Florida. Hello, Roxy. My ex has been hoovering me for 18 months. Will he continue? Well, God, let's hope not, Roxy. Jesus. Most likely they'll end up stopping eventually. Question is to ask, are you sure you're not giving him anything at all? You know what I mean? Like anything at all. Is there ever a time are you answering the phone and hanging up? So you think, I'm not really giving him anything, but at least you're answering the phone. That might be enough for him to keep doing it. I don't know. I'm just that was just an example. Think of something. I mean, are you giving him anything at all? Are you replying, screw you? No, you know what I mean? Usually it stops. Usually it always stops. And 18 months is a long time for anyone to act that crazy and pretend that you are not a human being and have no boundaries. That's an awful long time. I'm so sorry. But it should stop. It should stop. And think about getting police involved if you have to, Roxy. I've always said, maybe a threat letter from a lawyer might scare him. I don't know. Good luck, Roxy. I'm sure it'll stop, okay? Just make sure you aren't giving him anything at all. Rebecca from Virginia. Hello, Rebecca. Is it likely that you could be sending mixed messages to bring narcissists into your life? I have acquaintances, friends, family, and a late husband that could be one. Okay, so sending mixed messages, I'm assuming you mean I don't really want to be emotionally abused by nasty, disordered people, but yet I open the door for them because I've got friends, family surrounded by them. Well, Rebecca, there is a reason you're surrounded by them, okay? And it's not, I know you don't want to be, but you did open the door, okay? So this is, you have to go back and see how you did this somehow, Your husband, you chose to marry him. Your friends, you choose to call them and hang out with them. Your acquaintances, you choose to see on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever it is. These are people that you have surrounded yourself with. They're not necessarily surrounding you. Okay? So, and that's what I'm trying to tell a lot of people. You will find so many more answers about this stuff and so much more information once you start looking inside at yourself rather than the abuser. The abuser is an abuser. There's not much to know about the abuser, because they're more simplified than us. What we're going through is complex. This is just, to me, my opinion. What we've gone through is much, much more complex. What they are doing is very simple. They are less evolved. They are less developed than we are. They have less to work with. They are little children. The real thing to find out is, why are we dating little children? That's the real issue. And when you start finding these reasons out, you will have your answers or your questions answered, trust me. Okay, everything falls into place once you start finding this information out. Okay, Rebecca, I suggest you find a professional to do that with, okay? Thank you. Rocio from Argentina. Hello, Rocio. Can you talk about how to deal with and be okay with narcissists? And I know you mean kind of like, you guys, you can't avoid narcissists forever because they're in the world. There is a percentage of them that are there in society, unless you live on a farm and by yourself and grow all your own food and work the land and not talk to anybody. You're going to have to deal with narcissists. Okay, so that's a good question, Rocio. And the best advice I have to give is just know that you will be able to deal with them better in 5 years than you will be able to today. And what I mean, I don't mean it takes 5 years. I just mean that all of this, you guys, is how you feel. And I talk about CPTSD makes you, that's, to me, when I sense that when somebody comes to me for help and says, David, I watch your videos, but I do watch HD Tutor's videos. You ever seen him? Oh man, he's amazing and all that. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a symptom of this stuff. Being drawn to this stuff. When you are emotionally healed from this experience and you discover the reasons why you did stuff like this, why the choices and decisions you made put you in jeopardy and put you in traumatic situations, and you fix these things and your confidence is up and you see these people for how small they are, okay, It just, you don't, once you're healed, you don't think everyone's a narcissist. It's very rare that I think someone in public is a narcissist. And I'll be out in society sometimes all day. You know, I go out in public in social settings, and it's extremely rare that I ever say, oh man, I wonder if that person's a narcissist. You know, it is. It's just extremely rare. So this will not be a major part of your life anymore someday. Okay, it's not something you have to worry about. Okay, because the only time they can hurt you is when you let them, and it's an emotional thing. Other than that, you know, you don't let them borrow money, you don't give them your stuff, you don't let them in your house and with your children, you know. But we don't just do that with anybody right away. Okay, it doesn't have to be narcissist or not narcissist. It's just people that make bad choices, bad people, whatever it is. You'll be able to deal with narcissists just like you've dealt with everybody, and think of it as business. You know, when you're in a work environment in a business, and especially business owners will know stuff like this, that who someone is just doesn't matter anymore. Okay, their behaviors are a problem if it's a problem in business. You know, that's it. So a lot of narcissists can operate, you know, in business, okay, and it's not too much of a problem. If someone's extremely narcissistic, yeah, you kind of want to stay away from them. You know, if they're just that way loud, boisterous, overtly crazy, just, you know, yeah, I mean, who would want to be around them? And they're probably difficult for everyone to deal with. It just takes time, guys. Trust me. You don't have to worry about this in your future. Okay? It doesn't get worse. It gets easier. It gets better. You just stop caring as much. I'm telling you, this will not be a humongous part of your life someday. It shouldn't be. If it continues to be, then there's a real problem. Okay? This experience, now that you're here, now that you're learning, now that you know what's going on, and I'm telling you some of the things to do, you should be doing these things. Okay? If this becomes your life for the next 5 to 10 years, there's huge problems that need to be fixed. Okay? This is stuff that we can heal from. Okay? This is something we don't need to be totally afraid of. We don't need to be worried about dating these people anymore that much. It's just kind of like you're learning. You know, you're learning. It's just, you know, we put up with these people's crap because we felt like shit about ourselves. We just didn't know it. Some of us thought we felt great about ourselves until these people. And then we realized, no, I guess not. I mean, that's the cold, hard truth. You know, I thought I was just so strong. So strong. And I was so tough, and nobody could walk all over me. No one could do shit to me. You know, and then I meet this disordered baby that I just let treat me like garbage. It just blows my mind still, but I know why. You know, I had to accept I don't love myself to let somebody do that. Okay? So this isn't going to be a problem forever, guys. It shouldn't be. Okay? That's what personality disordered people deal with. This kind of crap their entire life. Okay? So we're not like that. We're going to step out of this crap. And don't worry about people in society. They know not to act like assholes. Like I said before, many times, nobody wants to be a bad person. Nobody. Nobody wants all of society to think of them as a horrible, bad person. So most of us conform. Most of it, you know, shame is a good thing sometimes. Shame keeps people from running down the streets naked. You know, so a lot of times, a lot of these disordered people act okay in public, and you know that your ex did. Your ex acted way different to others than they did to you, right? You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Corey Scott from Oregon. Hello, Corey. In 6 months, I caught my borderline wife cheating. You've been in a very bad auto accident. Your brother passed away unexpectedly. My aunt passed away from chronic illness. How do I come to grips? Grieve many things at the same time. Corey, I am so sorry. That is awful. Life is kind of like this sometimes, isn't it? It all comes at once, doesn't it? And I'm just so sorry, Corey. And let me tell you, number one thing you need, Corey, is support. Okay? You need 1,000 people in your corner cheering for you, telling you you're going to be okay, Corey, because you can't do this kind of stuff alone. Okay? Your brain right now is going to tell you awful, awful things that you're never going to get better. That's what our depressed brains do. Okay? You need to reach out as much as you can and get support behind you. Okay? Professional help will help you deal with these things. Moral and friend support is what's going to help you get through the day. And it's going to help you process these things correctly in your head. Get your best friend to tell you what's going on and listen to him, okay? You have to reach out, Corey. And if everyone out there could go down below and reach out to Corey, maybe give a little message to him. Just a little cheer him up, because that's what we need, Corey. That's what we need. You're losing people, you need more people in your life. Keep making the right choices. No matter what your head is telling you right now, you make the right choice for tomorrow, okay, Corey? Just get through this, buddy. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. People make it. Okay? We're resilient. We're strong. We just do, Corey. We just end up making it, and you're gonna be okay. I promise, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're gonna be fine. You need support. Reach out for people however you have to. Okay? However you have to. And you get these bad, nasty people like your wife out of your life. You can't have her around you. You can't have her around you. I'm so sorry, Corey. Good luck, okay? You'll be okay. Time will pass and you'll be okay, I promise. Good luck, buddy. Tanya from Michigan. Hello, Tanya. Can people with CPTSD self-medicate? Well, I don't know if I understand that question right, but can they? Of course. Well, why can't they? Should you? Probably not. But I get it. You want to self-medicate, go to a doctor and get medicine if you can't deal and manage with your daily life. Don't sit there and drink and do drugs. Trust me, it doesn't work. Trust me. It's a nasty, vicious cycle you won't get out of. You go see therapists, you get help, you see a psychiatrist, and you get medicine if you cannot deal or manage with your daily stress. Okay? Don't self-medicate. Why does BPD and CPTSD have so many similarities? Well, they both come from childhood trauma. Okay? They're very, very similar. They're both products of bad parenting. They're both products of neglect and abandonment. But the borderline, everyone I've ever known has had some sort of physical abuse or sexual abuse or both. And it's at an early age. Early. Not late. And just because you've gone through those things doesn't mean you're borderline, even if you have CPTSD. There is a difference. One is a personality disorder, which causes major problems in all areas of your life. This is a CPTSD. I call it a reaction. Period. It's a reaction to the crap people have put you through. We expect and need things that we should have got as children that we just didn't get. Okay? Malignant borderlines are manipulators and quiet are self-harming. So confusing. Don't confuse yourself, Tanya. Okay? These terms are not medical terms, okay? They're like slang. It's just help you to try to understand, and what they can do is help you be more confused. When you look at borderline traits, okay, they don't have to have every single one, and then when you look at behaviors, just because one cuts doesn't mean the others, the one you know has to. This is all. If you have a borderline with this many traits and they cut and they do this, you can say, yes, that's got to be a borderline. It's to help you find out people around you if they are borderline. Don't confuse yourself. Okay, there are quiet and loud borderlines. That's just a way for people to try and understand, to help you. It's not a medical term, and it's not something that is definitive. Okay, there's no definitions. There's, don't confuse yourself. Just learn about the disorder. Okay. Some are very malignant, some are very quiet, some self-harm, some don't, but there's other forms of self-sabotaging rather than just cutting, There's all kinds of stuff. Just know that these are personality disorders, and these cause major problems in all areas of their life. Okay, so it's not just a one little thing. Betsy from Mexico. Hello, Betsy. Let's see, where am I, by the way? Let's keep going. One more. How do I train my 15-year-old daughter to not fall in his father's buying stuff and playing good guy attitude? She knows he's a narcissist. No, I think I hope you're trying to say you and your husband split apart, and now your husband's buying the daughter all kinds of stuff, trying to win her over, blah, 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 blah. Tough situation. I've helped people with this, tried to help people with this, and it's just a really tough situation, Betsy. And all I can recommend is that you try to teach your daughter the value of a dollar, the value of a peso, okay? That's my best recommendation. She needs, and I hope that there are more father figures and more better roles in her life, whether it be your brothers that are good men, okay? Then you can give her something to compare him to and say, look, this is a good husband, this is a good father, this is a good man. And maybe take her to him, and he can discuss and tell her why I don't just buy tons of things for my daughter. Why that's not good. Maybe something like that could help to really explain to your child. I don't know how old your child, 15? Yeah, if she's old enough to understand these things, and definitely at the age where you start teaching her these lifelong lessons like this. Teach her the value of a dollar. Okay? Does she work? Maybe make her go earn some money so she understands and respects it better. Okay? Hope that helps. Cindy from Boise, Idaho. Hello, Cindy. Will borderlines always be borderlines without getting professional help? By my knowledge, yes. Can they heal themselves? By my knowledge, no. And I understand there's going to be borderlines telling me that they've healed themselves. I understand that there's going to be people saying that I had borderline traits when I was younger and I don't any longer. Well, then you probably weren't borderline. We all have borderline traits, okay? So it's pointless to argue with me. Borderline personality disorder is a very, very difficult thing to heal from, because I don't even know if I'd call it healing. You have healing to do, but you are changing your personality. You are changing who you are. Okay? Not easy. Can I just, stop being you? Just stop. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't believe it. I don't believe anybody that says borderline's just, it just kind of goes away with age, or I was borderline when I was younger, but I'm not anymore, or my borderline boyfriend isn't borderline anymore. It's DBT therapy is so extensive. It takes so many years, and most people do not heal from that. Most borderlines go in and out of therapy their entire life, never do anything. That's the truth. So numbers, that's what it shows. To say that, I was borderline, I'm not now for no reason, good for you. I can't argue that, okay? But most likely you probably weren't borderline, or you still are, okay? Heidi from the United Kingdom. Hello, Heidi. Is it normal for me to think I am the narcissist? Yes, Heidi, we talk about this a lot. Heidi, you dated a narcissist, so you already feel like crap about yourself. And then you go date an abuser who exploited that, didn't he? Built you all up, said you're so great, Heidi, boom, boom, boom. And then said, Heidi, you're a dirty, nasty, ugly, short, too skinny, too fat, too ugly piece of crap. Worth nothing to me. Bye. Discard, gone, donk. And you're a narcissist. So all these nasty behaviors that the narcissist exhibited is picked up by you, and now you're studying it and saying, oh yeah, he did do this, he did that. But there's also things that we did too, huh? There's bad, nasty things we did. And it's very normal for us to look at ourselves and wonder if it was us. And people like narcissists and borderlines don't do that. So it's good that you're questioning yourself, Heidi. Okay? What you need to do to make yourself feel better is talk about this stuff and own the things that you did do. Deal with those things so you don't have shame carrying, with you forever, okay? Deal with this relationship, okay, Heidi? You're probably not a narcissist, and it's very normal for us to think that we are after dating someone like that for a long time. And if you're living with a borderline, dating a borderline, you're going to feel crazy, like a crazy, crazy borderline. That's just what happens, okay? There's reasons that you dated these people, and that's why you feel like crap afterwards about yourself, okay? And, oh, I said one more and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. And I'll see you guys in part 2. Thank you very much. Again, any questions you guys have, go down below and ask me. I'll answer any questions. And I'll answer them next week, though, in the next Monday video. But I'll see you in part 2.